YouTube? Back today with another video, and today we're going to be doing our 5.0 mock draft. Hope y'all enjoy. Let's get into it. Back every Monday with another mock draft, so make sure you hit that sub button, and let's go.
Money got longer, speaker got louder, car got faster.
Hope y'all like the new setup. I'm up in the corner, as you can see, but let's get into the mock draft. As always, I have Markelle Fultz going first in the draft to the Boston Celtics. It's the consensus number all pick. What else are they gonna do? There's not a better option they have. They will most likely take him. If they don't, they're dumb. Markelle is by far the best player in this draft. His playmaking, his scoring, his versatility. He got ripped during his summer also, so watch out for that. He's going to be one of the stronger point guards coming into the NBA in his rookie year, and he's just going to be an overall beast, so Celtics take him, just consensus overall number one pick. Alright, so let's go to the Lakers, and the Lakers pick Lonzo Ball, and there's been a lot of rumors saying that Lonzo Ball won't go there. Lonzo Ball is not that great. I still think he's really good. I know I've had some videos saying he's overrated, overhyped, things like that, but I still believe he's number 2 prospect in the draft. There's a lot of rumors saying that De'Aaron Fox might be a possibility, or Josh Jackson. I think those are smoke screens for the Lakers to just get Lonzo, or get someone to trade up to get Lonzo, or you never know. But I think they're taking Lonzo Ball. But some wild cards for this pick could be Josh Jackson. He is a great two-way player that could become a Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, Kawhi Leonard type player. Those are just examples. They're not actual players I think he could become, but he could be that good. But I think he could become that great of a player. And De'Aaron Fox is also another wild card for this pick. He could come in and be a great starter for them. He is a really inconsistent shooter. He shot like under 30%, which I don't like, but he has a lot of upside. He could be a John Wall type player, very athletic, just has a great IQ for the game, great feel for the game, so he could be a great pick for them, but I think they're going with Lonzo. Okay, third pick, the Sixers select Josh Jackson, and I think this is another easy pick. Today I'm going with the realistic mock draft. I'm not going with any crazy things, but next week I am going to be doing a crazy mock draft where I'm going to have all trades, all just basically a fantasy mock draft where all the most unlikely scenarios will happen in that mock draft, so subscribe for that. But Josh Jackson is a great two-way player, which Philly could definitely use. They could definitely just add to their young core by taking the best available player, which would be Josh Jackson. If Josh Jackson gets taken 2 by the Lakers, I'm not sure who I would want them to take. Maybe a player like, I think it might be a little bit too early for Malik Monk. They could use a two-way player and a player like Jonathan Isaac, but I think that's too early too. Dennis Smith would be nice, except he's not a great shooter. Dennis Smith and De'Aaron Fox both would be nice, but they're both not great shooters, so I think that they better hope Josh Jackson falls to him. Maybe Jayson Tatum would be nice too, but we'll see. But Jayson Tatum would be great for them, but I have Josh Jackson going. He'd be a great complement to Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid and would help build this core and turn them into a playoff team. So, next pick, I got De'Aaron Fox going to the Phoenix Suns. And the Suns would love to have a player like this, but the only scenario I see this happening is if they trade Eric Bledsoe for like maybe the Pistons pick or something like that, or just like they trade Eric Bledsoe. That's the only way I see this happening. Eric Bledsoe has to be gone if they're going to pick a point guard in this draft. If not, they're going to pick a player. They're going to pick either Jayson Tatum or Josh Jackson, whoever falls to him, but I have Eric Bledsoe getting traded in this scenario. He is getting older. He's not on the same trajectory as everyone else on this team. Everyone else is very young. They had a lineup last year that was younger than most college teams, and I think Eric Bledsoe is on his way out. He needs to go to a contender like maybe the Spurs or someone like that, but this would be a great pickup for them. It would help Devin Booker, Marquise Chris, Dragon Bender, Alex Lynn, help all these players out and just help the trajectory and help these players learn and build together and get to know each other and just become a better, well-rounded basketball team that could just build up some great chemistry together. But 5th overall, I have the Sacramento Kings selecting Dennis Smith Jr. And I think Dennis Smith can add greatly to their team. He can be a great scorer. And what Sacramento really needs right now is a player that can come in, drop, 15, 17 points a game. He can shoot as much as he wants. He can do whatever he wants. He commands the offense. He is their entire offense. He can come in, struggle, play great. It doesn't matter. They just want a shine of hope. They had that last year in Buddy Hield and Scalabissiere and Willie Cauley-Stein all had flashes, but they're not proven commodities yet. And they just need someone to come in and just give this franchise something to be happy about and just look forward to. And I think that Dennis Smith Jr. can come in and just bring some excitement to Sacramento and the city of Sacramento. And I think that he can just come in and be a great overall player for them. And I think this would be a great pick for Sacramento if they can pick him up. I would like them to pick a player like De'Aaron Fox because he has showed a lot of interest in going to Sacramento, but he's already off the board. But I think Sacramento really wants De'Aaron Fox in the draft, and that'd be really good if they can get him. So next pick is the Orlando Magic, and I have them taking Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum would be a great wing scorer for them. He'd be a great wing defender. And as of right now, they have Evan Fournier, Terrence Ross, a couple of other guys on the roster, Mario Hezonja, but none of those guys are very good. Evan Fournier is good. He is a good shooter, but he's a little bit older. He's getting into his 30s, or about to be in his 30s. And I think that they need a young wing that can just come in and flat out score for them. They need spacing, they need scoring. Elfrid Payton doesn't offer that. Nikola Vucevic doesn't offer that. Aaron Gordon doesn't offer that. You can't have 3 players that can't shoot in your starting lineup. That's just not how this modern NBA is going. But I think Jayson Tatum can add a lot to his team, and he'd be very good for the franchise. Alright, next pick is the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they really need someone that can come in and piece this team together. And previously, in all of my other mock drafts, if you've been subbed, you know I've had Johnathon Isaac going to them in basically every mock draft. He is a great two-way player, a little bit inconsistent, a little bit skinny, but he's a great lengthy player that can play the 3 or the 4, and he can come in, help this team out. He can kind of be this spacer and kind of, I don't know, every team needs this piece that can glue them all together. The Warriors have Draymond Green. I don't know if I'll go into every team that has that player, but they have players that can do dirty work for them and get rebounds, hustle, and sacrifices for the team to better everyone else. And I believe Johnathon Isaac can come in and do that for this Timberwolves team. I believe the Timberwolves can be a playoff team next year if Johnathon Isaac has an impressive rookie year, but he needs to be very impressive and he needs to have a great rookie year to do that, and I believe he can do that for them. So Timberwolves take Johnathon Isaac with the, I think, 7th overall pick. Next pick, Knicks fans, I don't know what y'all need here. With the scenarios that worked out in the mock draft so far, y'all are left with a couple players like Ntillkina, Lauri, Markkaen, and a couple other people, but I thought the best available player for you to be taking here would be Malik Monk. He flat out gets buckets. It's undeniable that he can score. Might be a little bit inconsistent, might be a streaky shooter, but when he wants to score, he will score. He's like a J.R. Smith type player. He just flat out scores when he needs to, and that is something that the Knicks desperately need. They need defense too, but Frank Ntillkina would be a good addition, but he has a little bit of overhypeness coming towards him. I kind of fell for that when I was first evaluating him, but I've realized that he is a little bit overrated as a prospect. He is a very average player, and he's very lengthy, and he's a good defender, but he doesn't show that much of a skill set so far. So I'd be kind of weary of the Knicks taking him. So I think Malik Monk is the perfect player. I know they have Courtney Lee coming in, and he signed a big deal for them, but Courtney Lee's not a long-term shooting guard for you. He is a good defender, he's a good 3-and-D player, but he can come off the bench if he has to. Alright, next pick in the 2017 NBA mock draft, I have the Dallas Mavericks picking Frank Ntillkina. And I know they have Yogi Ferrell and Seth Curry and a couple of other guys like JJ Barea, and they're just guys. They're just average to below average NBA players. Seth Curry and Yogi Ferrell showed a lot of potential at the end of the year, but I'm still not confident these guys can be like starters for the future. But they're both great players, but I really do think that Frank Ntillkina can come in and be a point guard that could contribute a lot to your team defensively and could contribute some offensively. He would fit next to Nerlens Noel and Harrison Barnes. Great. They're all on the same trajectory of around the same age. They're all around the early 20s, and they could just all mesh perfectly together. So I think they could all come in and just be good players together. So Mavericks select Frank Ntillkina. Alright, next pick, I got a little bit of changing up here. I got the Sacramento Kings selecting Justin Jackson. I know some people would say it's a reach, but Justin Jackson showed at his 4 years at North Carolina, I think, that he is a very solid player and he can contribute instantly to the Sacramento Kings team that is desperate in need of a wing, like desperately in need of a wing right now. Rudy Gay is injured and on his contract, like at the end of his contract, so most likely he's not coming back. They don't really have much depth behind Rudy Gay. They traded away Omri Caspi in the New Orleans bookie trade, which wasn't a good idea, and they just don't have a lot of depth there, so I think that this would be a great deal for them. So Sacramento takes Justin Jackson. Next pick, I have the Charlotte Hornets. Sorry, I was going to say Charlotte Bobcats. I don't know why. I have the Charlotte Hornets selecting Lauri Markkaen, but he shows flashes, but he is one of those stretch bigs that could either be a boom or bust prospect. It could be a great stretch four for you, or he could be Andre Bargnani. You see what I mean? But he could be really good for this Hornets team. They don't have a desperate need for a wing player, a stretch four like this, but Marvin Williams is getting old. They don't have much behind him. They have Cody Zeller, Frank Kaminsky. They keep liking to take these stretch fours and these fours that can transition into fives and can play multiple positions, and I think it'd be a good idea for them to take Lauri Markkaen at 11. Great value here and a lot of potential in this man right here, so I think it's a great pick by them. And alright guys, last pick of my 2017 NBA mock draft. It's going to be the Detroit Pistons select Zach Collins, and I really don't know how I feel about this pick. They drafted Henry Ellenson last year, which was a good pick at the time, but he did not produce his rookie year. He did not have a lot of playing time, so I'd like to see how he pans out. They do have decent need at wing, so they could select a player like OG Anu, I don't know if that's his name for shit, but they could select a player like him, or they could select TJ Leaf or another prospect like that, Donovan Mitchell. All these players are good, but I believe that TJ Leaf shows the most potential here. Oh, sorry, Zach Collins would show the most potential here for them and could just contribute the most to their team instantly. He was a great player at Gonzaga, led them to the national championship even though they lost. He showed a lot of potential and flashes of being a good stretch four that could help Andre Drummond out in rebounding and could be a great fit for the Stan Van Gundy offense. So that concludes my NBA mock draft for 2017, and let me know what you think down below, and subscribe for more content like this. We got a mock draft coming out every week until the NBA draft. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.